Yo, what up, what up, what up? 6 minutes with AC from LA. Birthday edition. Birthday edition. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to me. You know what we're doing. This is my birthday. I hope you guys understand. Um, Brianna has me going to dinner. And so, we're gonna do dinner. So listen, this is AC from LA. How am I already a minute in? So I'm gonna go 6 plus 6 minutes. We're 1 minute in, and I want to say I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to 6 minutes with AC from LA. I appreciate you. Let's see if you guys can see this red one. Ooh, look at that. That red hit different. Off the scissors. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so my man, my mellow Anthony Cobb wants to know what in the world pushed me to become an official. So we're going from 1 minute to 6, 1 minute plus 6. So we're going to 7 because I did the countdown. All right, so again, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Do me a favor and please like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you. All right, cool. I appreciate you. All right, so let's see. It's really easy. So I used to watch the NFL, and I was very excited when I would see Mike Carey work. Mike Carey's a black referee. I would see him work, and his mechanics were just so tight. He would say, defense. I mean, just really, really tight. First down. I love, like, he was so regimented, and I loved watching him work. And then back in my days of being a sports writer, which you guys know I am a sports writer, but when I was heavily into it, I met Violet Palmer when I was still at UCLA. And I used to see her work. I would see Kim Balke work. I would see other people work. But I really had an affinity for Violet. And I loved the fact that she was kicking down doors. And so she motivated me to be a basketball official. So it was one of those things where I was really enamored with what Violet was doing. I was really enamored with what Mike Carey was doing, and I wanted to become an official. But the funny thing is, I didn't know how to become an official, so I took an interesting route. I'm like, well, I really like watching softball, so let me see if I can just first of all become a softball umpire. So I reached out to what's her name? Joanne something. I can't remember Joanne's name. But I just reached out directly to her and I was like, hey, I'd like to work Big West softball. And she said, okay, well, what's your background? Who you work in high school for? Who you work in college for? And I was like, oh, I don't work at all. And she was like, oh, okay, there's levels to this. So I laughed at that. I didn't know. So then I said, all right, well, let me work back Big West basketball because at the time I worked for a publication called Full Court Press, working for Clay Callum, and I covered the Big West. So I was like, well, I'm sure I could go work Big West basketball. So I reached out to Andrea Osborne, and she actually laughed at me. And she was like, well, what do you work now? And I was like, well, I don't work anything, but I want to work. That's why I'm reaching out to you. Like, I'm figuring, the Big West is a smaller Division I conference. So why wouldn't it be okay for me to just start there? I didn't know any better. So she said, no, it's a little too early for that. Why don't you, again, people please like, comment, and subscribe. So she was like, well, reach out to this one guy. So she had me reach out to a particular official who was high level for her. And then he showed me the ropes. So then I joined a high school unit. I joined the South Bay unit. I joined South Bay in LA, and I learned the high school ropes. And then I became a collegiate official. And then I, ultimately got to the Division I level. But it's just funny that I thought I could just start in the Big West in both sports. I thought I could just start in the Big West. Because, you really don't know until you know. Like, if you're not already working high school, you have no idea. But so the answer, Anthony Cobbs, is I saw people working at a high level that I really admired, and it made me want to do it. You never heard this, right? I never talked to you about either one of these. Well, I told Andrea the story. I never talked to Joanne about it because I did wind up working for Joanne in basketball. I didn't ultimately work softball, but yeah. So it's a really interesting thing. Like, Andrea laughed because I'm sure she gets that kind of thing all the time where people just reach out directly to a supervisor. At least I was resourceful enough to find the supervisor. But it's like you're skipping steps, and I didn't know. So, like I said, ultimately I got to the Division I level, MEAC, working for Taco Stewart in basketball, and I got to the Division I level in football, working for Greg and Greg Burks in the Mountain West, and I've even had a Big 12 game in football. So, yeah, just one of those things. I was just motivated by people that I admire. Brianna's telling me that we have to go, but I still have 1 minute. I still have 48 seconds. Hey, shout out to Shablon. Hey, look at this. I'm the most hardworking and intelligent person he knows, and he keeps calling me sir. Stop calling me sir. Shout out to my assistant, my executive assistant, Shablon Miniano. Shablon Mahanri Miniano. That's my dog. All right, shout out. Shout out to your family, too. So anyway, that's what it is. That's it, and that's all. I was motivated by people who I looked up to, and I wanted to get where they were. So at the time, I wanted to get to the NFL, but I don't. I'm sorry, the NBA. I don't now, but I do still want to get to the league. Okay, the National Football. 6 seconds to go. I hope this was great information for you. It's my birthday. Shout out to me. Shout out to Anthony Cobb for the question. Other people submitted potential questions, but this is what I went with. This has been 6 Minutes with AC from LA. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please come back next week. Please participate. Please participate. Please let me know what you would like for me to talk about. I appreciate you. I love you. Rodney wants to come to my birthday dinner. It's out in Rancho. I guess Brianna didn't tell you about it. It's out in Rancho. All right. Love y'all. We out!